It's The Drive on The Fan.
Yeah, we are live. Good morning on the Fan Sports Network. It is The Drive for you here as we are getting into the funnest time of the year. The anticipation is certainly building. I got excited last night because I was back covering local sports to a certain extent. Paulie, Tara, Devin, good morning, everybody. Thanks for locking us in. Do you feel like the dog days of summer are over yet?
I think so, yeah.
I think we're all in the same boat, and we're all
August
fired
6th.
up. Yep. Our high school football media days today, and I felt like I was back in my normal routine because yesterday I was covering the Region 9 high school golf. I was following along with that over at Sun River.
How about Marco and the fellas?
Yeah, the Marco Leone head coach, Desert Hills, 7 under. They take the team title.
Yeah.
And we'll dive into the scores and break that down a little bit later on in the show. But then last night, I actually, and you, Paul, you came over for a few minutes and hung out with me, and we watched my youngest daughter's soccer team play their first high school game.
More than a few minutes.
Yeah, we watched the whole game.
Past my bedtime, buddy.
That's
but
right.
I stuck in there and wanted to see Reese and the rest of the Thunder, and it was fun. It was a good time.
Huge matchup against a 6A school that's number one and has state championship on their mind in Farmington. And I think Crimson had beat them 1-0. They had beaten Snow Canyon 2-0. Desert Hills, young team. It started, I think, 3 freshmen yesterday and only 3 seniors, and the rest are underclassmen starting. So only 2 seniors, I think, started the game last night for Desert Hills and Coach Whitney Bowler. But you know what? 4-0 the final, Thunder lose. So soccer season's rolling along. I know a lot of people have volleyball tournaments coming up. We're going to get into the cross country. And, of course, a week from tomorrow, our high school football season will begin, and we got all our local teams, some at home, some on the road. We'll go through that schedule a ton. We'll be previewing a ton. And it all starts with our Region 9 Football Media Day, which will be this afternoon at 4 o'clock, 4 to 6. We will be hosting from Texas Roadhouse all the coaches. Dixie Flyers, Coach Will Liebert, Crimson Cliffs, Coach Lofapo, Hurricane Tigers, Jerry Cowan, Desert Hills and Tanner Baldery, the head coach, will be joining us with select players. Then Snow Canyon, and then about 5:20ish, Pineview Panthers will drop by, and Coach Hosner's back in the region. That's going to be fun. And then about 5:30 on, we will go over. Paul and I will break down the all-region coaches and media selections for preseason. And break that list down for you a little bit. Going to be a lot of fun. Later today, you'll be able to watch that on our YouTube page, just like you're watching the show right now if you're already logged on, or you will be able to, of course, check that out on the radio if you're driving out and about on your Throwdown Thursday afternoon. We've got a lot to get to today. Delane Fitzgerald's coming by the show.
Yeah.
I always love having him on.
Yeah, head coach of Southern Utah University Thunderbirds. Fall camp is underway, as are all the college football teams from across the state, the Beehive State. Always enjoy our chats with Coach Fitzgerald. We've had some Cedar fans up there that are loyal on 93.1, and we're going to try to deliver you a little bit more T-Bird talk, a little more Cedar, even a little Canyon View, who kind of has gotten lost a little bit since they have left Region 9. I feel like Cedar football and then Canyon View sports, because they're not playing Dixie, Pineview, Crimson, Desert Hills, Hurricane, Snow Canyon on a week-in, week-out basis, because they're not in the same region, we don't get to see them as much being down here in St. George. So we're going to try to get you coverage. Cedar Reds football team is the defending 3A state champs. Canyon View had a good run last year.
Yeah.
SUU picked 6th in the Big Sky. We'll see if Coach Fitzgerald thinks that's acceptable. He's going to be joining us coming up here in about less than 15 minutes from right now. But I wanted to get the hot take in sports yesterday. The day before was Scooball. Everybody's talking about Scooball, and everybody's talking about his debut with the Dodgers. And I thought yesterday the NFL kind of took the news cycle back over. And I thought one of the big additions worth bringing up and talking about involves the team that you grew up rooting for and are a homer and apologist for. That is the Washington former Redskins, now the Washington Commanders. Put that C on your chest, Commander Paul.
Right. Commander Paul.
The guy that I have, not heard a lot of good things about over the years.
Much maligned in your book.
Not a locker room guy. Not a team-building culture guy.
No. All right.
Stephon Diggs signs a 1-year, pretty affordable 1-year deal for the 32-year-old diva wide receiver to go back over there to the D.C. area and play for the Commandos and give Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin a little help trying to bounce back from what was a great rookie season for Daniels, and then he got hurt, and last year, of course, missing the playoffs. They're trying to get back to the playoffs, make another run deep like they did in Jaden's rookie year.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, Paul, does this move the needle for Commander fans? Where is the excitement meter for Commanders on signing Stephon Diggs?
I think that there's a lot of excitement among Commander Twitter and the nation and the fan base. I've been seeing a lot of positive stuff as far as what it does for our receiver room and the production he adds. When you look at Stephon Diggs, whatever he is off the field, he's had the nightmare stuff on the boat. He's had the strangulation issues. He's had a lot of lawsuits in his life and his career. But when it's Sunday or Monday or Thursday, he plays and he makes plays. In 7 out of 11 years in his career, his first 3 years, he didn't go over 1,000 yards. From year 4 until now.
Did you just glaze over strangulation? Is that a word that you just used and just glazed right over that?
It's all alleged right now.
He glazed right over strangulation and drugs.
It's alleged. It's all alleged right now. The strangulation case. He hasn't been proven guilty or not guilty yet.
Okay.
So I'm not going to speak on that until we know the charges and if he actually...
We always speculate on things. Now all of a sudden he's on your team and we can't talk about it? Like where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, I'm sure there's fire.
Obviously,
maybe,
there's this thing called blackmail. So I know where you're coming from. You know, people are out for a civil lawsuit potentially. Yeah.
But when you look at his career and the numbers and the production, 1,000 yards in 7 out of 11 seasons. In the last 8 years, he's only gone under 1,000 yards one time, 496 when he only played 8 games and tore his ACL. So when you look at production, and that's the most important thing, when on the field, do they produce? Do they score touchdowns? Do they make catches? I mean, this is a guy that I think he'll be one of the best number 2 receivers in the NFL this year, realistically.
What?
Yeah. Really?
In 7 of his seasons, we're not talking 10 seasons. We're talking 7 seasons.
His first 3 years, he didn't really get a lot of targets in Minnesota. But like I said, after the 4th year, 1,021, 1,130, 1,535, 1,225, 1,429, 1,183, 496 for the Texans in only 8 games. And then 1,013 yards for the Patriots last year. He is very, very consistent.
See that's going down, though.
It's still very consistent.
It's not going up, it's going down.
Well, he's getting older, so obviously it's going to go down, but just naturally.
Yeah.
But
Tara, what was your reaction to Diggs getting signed?
Okay, here we go.
That's great. I think the Commanders are going to suck once again. So, it's going to be another bad season for him.
Really?
Even if Daniels does stay healthy.
She's calling her shot from the top rope.
If your boy Jaden stays healthy.
Like, if you're Jaden Daniels, you're like, thank you, management. I understand that Jaden Daniels is probably like, okay, I probably, whether he knows him and has talked to him at this point in time and how deep that relationship is or how deep anybody can have a relationship with Stephon Diggs, that's in question.
Yes.
But the stats, I think you're going off of the stats.
I'm also going off of this. Mitch Tischler, who I've followed for a long time, he does the Beltway Football Pod. He's also the operations manager of Monumental Sports Network, the same network that carries the Caps and Wizards. He's plugged in on DC sports. He got a text about Stephon Diggs from his time in New England, and this is what it reads. Here was our experience. This is from a team representative. He was one of, if not the team leader, vocal leader, would break down the team every day to start practice, worked his ass off, would check in with Vrabel and ask him if there was messaging he wanted him to get to the players. On the field, he's a technician, played within the offense, but could go off script when the time was right. Great work middle of the field, should be huge on third downs, never complained about targets. Not the speed guy he used to be, but you can't sleep on Stephon.
Wait a minute. Is he turned over a new page? Because you go back to Minnesota. He was there.
I've heard nothing but good. He was a good soldier last year.
Let's go through the timeline. His on-field production versus his off-field stuff is interesting because in Minnesota, that is where I kind of got a first taste. I had a teammate of his say, not a locker room guy, not helpful, kind of a blank.
Yeah.
He was the one guy that was not allowed to date anybody's sister.
Yeah, and that's one person's opinion, right? But you hear that and it kind of sticks with you. But he emerged into a star. It took some time. He had 4,400 yards and 30 touchdowns. He had the Minneapolis Miracle, as they call it.
Oh, I was wrong. Not guilty of a felony strangulation. So he is not guilty. That was solved in Massachusetts court May 2026. So he is clear of all charges.
Okay, can I continue?
Sorry, I just had to get that.
You had to correct yourself.
I had to, allegedly, I thought it was allegedly, but this is already cleared up.
When was it cleared up?
May 2026.
And how much did he pay to clear that up?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Google it.
Right.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yes.
But look, I'm trying to paint a picture here. So decent as he left Minnesota. Early years, not as productive, but
I don't know about decent. I think better than decent.
5 seasons, he averaged 6 touchdowns a season in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Is that elite Hall of Fame numbers, averaging 6 touchdowns in your first 5 years? No, I'll answer my own question. But at the end, he got frustrated. He didn't like his role on the offense, and he requested a trade.
That's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Case Keenum's your quarterback. It's time to get out of there. Minneapolis Miracle aside, you got Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins is the next guy coming to play with you. It's time to get out of there and go play with Josh Allen and the Bills.
You don't think there's something that is absolutely fantastic about a NFL player staying in the same organization and playing his whole career there? Because I think that is so rare nowadays. Guys are requesting trades. You know, I know better than the staff. I know better than the organization.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just telling you the facts here, though. He requested the trade.
That's fine.
He goes to Buffalo.
Yes. Puts up great numbers every year.
It was the NFL receiving leader in 2020. So it started out great with Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to 4 straight Pro Bowls there.
Yes.
He eclipses his statistics in one last year. He played 4 seasons in Buffalo, and he had 37 touchdowns compared to only 30 his first 5 years in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. He goes to 4 Pro Bowls in a row, and he has 5,372 yards.
Yes.
So nearly 1,000 more yards than in Minnesota. Okay. But emotional sideline moments, public frustration.
Mm-hmm. There's never been a diva wide receiver before, and there's never been one, and you're saying
there's been a lot, but they're toxic.
I'm just giving you the facts.
All right.
You don't like hearing this.
There's been diva receivers before, and there'll be diva receivers after this. So
public frustration, questions about his relationship with the coaches, Josh McDermott, Josh Allen,
who got fired,
but his production remained elite. I'm giving you the high level bullet points here.
Still no Super Bowls though.
No, he goes to Houston, okay,
and gets hurt.
And then he was somewhat productive with everything before the ACL injury.
Yeah, he was on pace for another 1,000-yard season, 496 yards in 8 games.
But you don't know why Houston said, you know what, coming off the injury, it was a 1-year deal. We're not going to bring you back. So he goes to New England.
Yes.
Where maybe
leading receiver on the team.
Maybe Houston looks silly a little bit because no major off-field issues were reported in Houston.
That was the drug.
No,
on
that
the
was
boat.
Patriots. He was on the
No, that was before the Patriots. He was signed by the Patriots after that came out.
Really?
That was last
But that was
Spring.
after the ACL injury,
Or last
and he was done
summer.
playing for Houston. So the offseason between Houston and New England, is that what you're saying, Tara?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets to the offseason, he's ACL, whatever. He's, dealing with all that recovery, rehab, maybe doing a little what. New England, he gets 85 catches for a 1,000-yard season, 4 touchdowns. Okay. Young Drake May. But it was his 7th 1,000-yard season in the last 8 years. Okay. And at this point, he's 31 years old. Okay. But then he had the yacht video controversy. That was the assault charges, which you finally corrected yourself.
They are cleared up.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Acquitted of all charges in May 2026.
There was extensive media attention around his personal life and his relationship with Cardi B.
Yeah.
The NFL cleared him of personal conduct violations, and he didn't get suspended at the end of the day.
Good.
He is yet to play for Washington. He gets a fresh start in his home area.
Yes.
He grew up in that area.
Gaithersburg, Maryland native, went to Good Counsel High School, Lady of Good Counsel High School. Yep, right down the road from where the Commanders play their home games.
What I want to know with Stephon Diggs, Paulie, do you think he's there to mentor young receivers? You got another thing coming. No, he is there because he still thinks he's the guy and he's going to put up stats.
But he's not the guy in Washington. He's not. He's not the number 1 receiver. He is going to be the number 2 definitively.
You can say that.
Yes.
But
if he thinks that or not, that's up to him.
Do you
I understand.
think any NFL receivers like, I'm the number 2? Do you need to go home at Thanksgiving and say, I'm the number 2 behind Terry McLaurin, Mom?
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
going to just love that.
Dude, if he doesn't think he's still at 32 can be the number 1, then I would have a problem with it if he didn't.
You hold Cooper Kupp in real high esteem.
Why wouldn't you?
47 catches, 593 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
You watched him every play last year.
I didn't watch him every play last year.
Oh, then you missed out on some amazing hustle.
Okay,
and downfield blocks and doing whatever it takes to win.
Double the catches, double the yards of your boy.
Let me ask you a question. How many Super Bowls does Cooper Kupp have, and how many does Stephon Diggs have?
Ooh.
That tells you everything you need to know about where you're going there.
All right.
Sometimes you have to do the dirty work to be successful. Not everything is just low-hanging fruit.
It's not all about you.
Yeah.
Can't always be the superstar.
That is a terrible analogy. Probably one of the worst analogies.
I'm saying your number 2 receiver, our number 2 receiver.
Look, let me say this because you're getting defensive.
I'm needling you.
I like this.
You're needling me.
I like this signing for Washington. Like 8 out of 10. It's not a home run for me. It's not a triple, but it's a double and another double, and it could be a triple later and maybe a home run if he stays around and he's productive and he doesn't have any chemistry issues.
Okay, so Luke McCaffrey, Christian's brother, has been our number 2 receiver. Diami Brown.
No, Deebo Samuel was the only guy healthy at the end of the year. He was your number 2.
He was hurt a bunch.
Terry McLaurin was hurt more than Deebo last year. What are you talking about?
Terry's been remarkably healthy his whole career, and then he did the hold in and got a soft tissue injury, was hampered the whole year. But he's healthy, ready to go, just like Jaden, just like Diggs, just like Chiga Conquo, just like Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt.
You're welcome.
I do like Krosky.
Yes,
that was a late round diamond, I think.
9 touchdowns last year
for
a rookie 7th rounder.
Yeah.
He's a popular fantasy guy.
Yeah.
Take a look at him.
But do you really, if you're Washington, you're hoping the fresh start, the maturity is kicked in at this point.
It's going to take doubles away from Terry has never had a great number 2 receiver in Washington. That's my point. Curtis Samuel, it's been bums. Like, it just hasn't been anybody that's not a 4-time Pro Bowler that's gone for over 1,000 in 7 out of 8 years. It gets me excited as a Redskin fan.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot to love about his 1,000-yard seasons, the nearly 12,000 career receiving
85
yards.
catches last year, 51 of them were for first downs.
I will say,
possession receiver du jour.
I will say this about Stephon Diggs. He is a really good route runner.
He is.
I think he's one of the best in the league at route running.
He is.
Okay. On the field, he gets an A. Okay, like if you're, back to school's firing up, let's go grade, Stephon Diggs. On the field, Paulie, it's an A. It's $12 million. It's 1 year. It's worth the shot. I think Washington was wise to bring him in because Deebo, they had toyed with it, but he doesn't really fit Washington and their offensive coordinator schematics because he He's kind of a Swiss Army knife type guy. You can jet sweep him. You can try to get him some bubbles. You can try to do some things. But he's little. He's quick. But he's not a stretch the field guy as there are at other teams like Jettas, like Jamar, like Higgins, like CeeDee Lamb, and I can go on and on.
Level of receiver.
No,
but
like Jackson Smith and Jigba. And so off the field, though, I knock this guy down to like a D+ or a C. Okay, I knocked this guy off the field down, and so I'm wondering, will we see the mature Stephon Diggs, the 32-year-old veteran, that's going to take the pressure off Terry McLaurin and mentor other young wide receivers in that room, or am I going to see a me guy that's hanging out with rappers and hanging out in yachts with some pink substance and really doesn't contribute to the culture that they're trying to build in Washington with a really talented young quarterback? That's my only concern.
All right.
Okay. It took me a long time to get to that point.
Yeah. It was a long-winded way of saying.
Well, you had a lot of objections that derailed my conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to agree with our friend and favorite coach, Pat Amico, though. Washington sucks, Paul. Just accept it.
There you go. Text line coming in.
Text line coming in. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Look. He's had a very good career statistically. I don't know that it's a Hall of Fame career.
No, I never said that.
This is a move, though, that does have people's attention.
Yeah.
There's still a couple other receivers out there that have not signed. There's some other veterans out there that have not been signed.
Sometimes homecomings work out. You know, sometimes a guy from an area plays inspired ball.
Oh, like Cooper Kupp? Who you just threw under the bus and tried to compare to Diggs?
Oh, no.
Oh, the won the Super Bowl. He did everything he could, sacrificing his stats for the betterment of the
His
team.
body on the line, whatever it takes.
It's Puyallup, and no, he's from Yakima.
Puyallup. That's right, buddy. I'm sorry. Yakima native, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that he is a fine 2 receiver, but I will take Diggs over Cooper Kupp.
Paulie, let me ask you a question. How much does culture matter?
Dan Quinn does a good job with the culture. The brotherhood,
he's never coached Stephon Diggs before.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Look, you're playing. Look, the pros are it's a 1-year deal.
Yes. I've always said you can never go wrong with a 1-year deal.
It's a contending roster, okay? Yeah. You're playing back home. You're catching passes from Jaden Daniels. Okay, that's what they're betting on. That's what they're hoping that's going to happen. They'll get the productive version of Diggs without the drama.
That's what you hope for from your wide receiver, is that the catch passes?
Someone I trust immensely, though, that was around Stephon Diggs early in his career.
Yes, and it's just tainted you from the start.
It has.
Yeah,
it has.
Because when you're in a
because we had this fight when the Texans signed Diggs. Remember, Connor was here. He was talking up Diggs a lot.
And I didn't love it.
And you were just throwing cold water on it that day. And
it didn't
excite
me.
Doing it again right now. But
look, it takes the right staff, the right team to handle somebody like that. Obviously, you can handle it for a while, like Philadelphia did with A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. Eventually, you got to make changes. It can't last forever because you have 2 dominant personalities and 2, I hate to say it, but arrogant non-team guys. They're me guys. Me. They always got their hand in the cookie jar. Grandma's house.
Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah. Great players.
I would put Stephon Diggs approaching that category. He hasn't accomplished as much as T.O. He doesn't have a Super Bowl title.
No.
But he's.
I'd like to see his side by side against Ocho.
Paul, let me ask you a question: is Stephon Diggs a diva?
I would say he is.
Okay, all right. Just making sure I didn't overstep my bounds when I called him a diva wide receiver.
I don't think that you're overstepping.
And look, I know you love Washington, and look, I think there's some great players. I enjoyed watching Washington when Bobby Wagner was there. He's one of my favorite players to ever suit it up and lace it up on Sundays. And I watched a lot of Jaden Daniels. It's hard not to like rookie season Jaden Daniels. The moxie, the pocket presence, you know, the time he's put in the simulators, changing the way he was prepping like a NASCAR driver with his offensive coordinator in simulators. So when he was at LSU and then in his rookie year in the NFL, nobody else was doing that.
I think Ocho is actually a very good comp for Stephon Diggs. Yeah. And the career stats, I mean, Ocho, 11,059 yards and 67 touchdowns. Diggs right now, before he even plays it down, 11,504 and 74 touchdowns. So he's had the better career. And I think Ocho, he had a lot of theatrics, the touchdown celebrations.
He was actually funny. Yeah, I remember the ring pop that he proposed to the cheerleader in the end zone.
He had some good ones.
He actually was kind of funny.
And Diggs is not as theatrical and he's not as lovable, I think, as Chad Ochocinco. He's seen more as a me guy, like you're saying.
But Washington,
but he can still produce.
But Washington believes that they can come into this season, add Diggs, and it helps them win football games. And I think that's why you're excited.
I'm excited.
It's 1 year. If it helps Jaden Daniels, if it takes pressure off Terry McLaurin.
We got to draft a receiver next year, but we didn't have that in the holster this year. We had to go with a line. We went with Sonny Styles instead of Carnell Tate or Tyson or one of those top guys.
Which I do really like Sonny Styles.
Yeah, I like Sonny too, and I think he'll be a good defensive player, but we needed more on offense. Like, we're talking about McCaffrey and not Christian. We're talking about Jalen Lane. We're talking about Treylon Burks, the former Titans first-round pick. Those were the guys running with our one unit. So this is a massive sign.
They've drafted poorly at wide receiver.
They have.
They really have missed some big whiffs.
Yes.
Like you swinging a golf club whiffs.
Yes.
Like just not even close to the ball.
Yeah.
Look, I like this move for Washington. I'm not a Diggs fan. I'm not a Washington fan. I don't really have a dog in the fight. Like I said, I liked Bobby Wagner. I liked watching a productive Jaden Daniels in his rookie season.
I don't like the Washington Redskins because a young Double D saw us dominating the league in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, you had some glory days a long time ago. What is that, like 35 years ago? Yeah. I mean, look, we can go back 30, 35 years ago. Most of our audience wasn't even alive then.
Right.
Or we can talk about my concern. And I'm not pooping, I'm not raining on your parade. I'm just telling you, I have concerns with his reputation for becoming unhappy with his role. I have questions about his locker room chemistry.
And I can be okay with
he's
that.
Had 3 one-year deals in a row. Yes. And so that's the only thing I'm saying is like, let's hold the phone. If this backfires, this could blow up in Washington's face. There is that type of thought process that went through my mind when I saw Stephon Diggs going to Washington. Cooper Kupp, the Rams gave up on him. You brought him up. He goes to Seattle. He's no longer a number one, and he accepted that role, and he did whatever it took to endear himself to the fans, to be a good teammate, to mentor Jackson Smith and Jigba, to throw blocks for Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker, and they won a Super Bowl.
He's a lot like
Diggs.
He's not.
No, he is nothing like Diggs.
That he's old and he's been hurt.
Okay, but he's unselfish and he's willing to put his body on the line to.
Diggs has never been
going to do that.
Diggs has never been an Super Bowl MVP, so there's one thing that they have not in common.
I'm talking about current day. They're both over 30,
there's no comparison.
And he's hurt a bunch. Kupp has hurt a bunch.
Cooper Kupp did not miss one game last season at his age.
What about the year before?
He was banged up.
Yeah.
And injuries are part of the game, but he has not had an injury-plagued career. If that's what you're insinuating, I don't know where you're going with that.
He's had some DNPs.
You brought up a terrible comp in Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, he's the number 2 receiver on your team with less production than the guy we just signed.
He was productive when he was with the Rams.
Okay.
And then the first year he moves.
Diggs led the league in receiving with the Bills.
Did they win a
6
Super Bowl?
years ago?
Yeah, did they win a Super Bowl?
Okay,
No.
all right.
Cooper Kupp just helped win and was one of the missing links and a locker room guy.
As now you bring in, he was ready to do anything.
You bring in the polar opposite, Diggs, who's not a locker room guy, and I just want to see it before I believe it.
But he is more of a playmaker than Kupp at this stage of their careers. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but the yardage and the production supports my side of the argument.
I don't agree with the word production because Cooper Kupp's production doesn't always show up in the chat
stuff. I want my star receiver making blocks.
He's not your star. He's your second.
Okay. Number 2 receivers are still stars in my book.
Watch Stephon Diggs when he doesn't have the ball.
Okay.
Or it's a run play.
You must get the all 22 views so you can see the different camera angles from behind the play.
No, I just watch football. I don't have any special views. I watch the same feed as you.
All right.
And I don't know why you make it sound like Kupp and Diggs are so different. Kupp is 33. Diggs is 32.
I just said they're both old and have been hurt in the last couple years.
I mean, we got guys playing till they're 40, stinking 2 right now, and Aaron Rodgers.
Not receivers.
We got middle-aged running backs out there still floating around the league, like Aaron Jones. He keeps finding a way to be durable and healthy. Like
I hear
you can be productive. There are special cases in the NFL. The running back shelf life is not long in the NFL.
All right. I'm content to end this argument. I win.
And the winner, wearing the blue shorts.
You didn't win.
Tara Atkin.
Yeah.
Take a break. We got to clear some time. Delane Fitzgerald, T-Bird head coach, is ready to join us right after this timeout on the Fan Sports Net. We'll give you a camp update. We'll talk all things T-Bird football with Coach D. If you're listening on 93.1 up in Cedar, or if you're alumni down in St. George, we had a lot of people say, hey, cover more of Cedar sports. Well, here you go, Coach Fitz, when we come back. everybody. It is The Drive. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Throwdown Thursday, and a very special guest, head coach now of the Thunderbirds up in Cedar City, Coach Delane Fitzgerald. And Fitz, it's so good to have you on. You guys are rocking, getting camp underway. You've had almost a week of camp, and just curious, man, where is the excitement level for you as a head coach with a lot of new faces on this year's T-Bird roster?
Yeah, love football, Devin, and love college football. So I can go from 0 to 60 on the excitement level anytime you talk football, anytime. But we are excited about our football team. You're right about us having a young team, but it's a new season. We're like a lot of teams in the country. We don't know exactly what we have or where we're at right now, but we're going to find out over the next few weeks.
Talk to me a little bit about Will Burns, because there's a lot of noise around him. Phil Still joined us on the show yesterday. He put out his college football magazine. He mentioned Will Burns. He had some meaningful minutes for you at quarterback last year. I'm just curious, give me your coach's perspective on what you're seeing from Will Burns as he's the incumbent. He's going to be the guy at quarterback from what we think.
Yeah, we know Will's got a great story, he's signing a scholarship to Texas Tech to play college baseball and actually starting as a freshman there.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, a couple of years later, he's a starting quarterback at Southern Utah. So he's a good athlete. Devin, he is an elite athlete. He runs and jumps with some of the best athletes in the country. He'd be really good on our track team. But he's our starting quarterback. He's come a long way since last fall. I'm going to answer the question the way you wanted it answered. He now, after I've rambled for 5 minutes, he's come a long way since last fall, and he understands the offense better, and he understands reads. He understands defensive coverages, what the defense is trying to do, what they're giving up, and what they're trying to do. He understands that a lot better, and he's become a lot more accurate as a passer.
Do you still think you'll be a run-first team? I mean, you lost Josh Dye to Ole Miss. You probably knew that was going to happen with the numbers he put up. But you got a couple guys in Floyd Chalk and Camry Reed that have looked good in camp. You also got Rand Sawyer in the mix. Yeah. Talk about what you anticipate, what T-Bird fans can expect as far as balance on offense.
Yeah, we like what Floyd's doing. We like what Camry Reed is doing. Everybody down there, everybody in St. George knows Rand Sawyer and in Southern Utah, and he's a heck of an athlete, and he's in the mix also. Devin, I can't answer that question for you right now because I don't know where we're at offensive line. And I'll be able to answer it 2 weeks from now a lot better than I can now if y'all want to have me back on the show. Here's what our offense boils down to. We're able to be multiple, and we're able to do anything that we're good at. So if running it's the best thing we do, we're going to run it 65% of the time like we've been doing. But if we're able to throw it and throw it at a high efficiency rate and be really good, and how do I say this? If we're productive throwing the football and not turning it over, that's what we're going to do also. And if we have to be 50-50 and balanced, we'll do that.
Coach, you talk about your running game. You've had 2 Walter Payton Award finalists the last 2 running backs you've had. Can you expect that from this core of running backs this year? Is it going to be rinse and repeat with the running game, or do you expect some obstacles along the way and getting it up to the elite speed that it was last year?
Yeah, Floyd Chalk started as a freshman at Grambling University, transferred to San Jose State, and started a year at San Jose State, and now he's finishing up his career here. If his mind's in the right spot, if his mind's in the right spot and he's taking care of his body, we've got a shot at another 1,000-yard rusher. Camry Reed started games at Western Carolina and was actually on the all-freshman team for the SoCon Conference, and he's got a chance to have a really special senior year too. Guys, I think we're going to be a little more 2 and 3 platoon because you got to hand the ball to Rand and his ability to hit the home run anytime he touches it. I think we're going to be a little more running back by committee than we have in the past. We've just got it. As I'm speaking to you guys, we returned 3 starters on the offensive line, and we returned Crush Sowers, who started at left guard for us, and Jelani Leva, who started at right guard for us, and we return our left tackle and Cy Candy Alley. But we've got 2 open spots and just a huge battle, a battle for young men fighting for playing time there. And Boston Wilden, out of St. George, being one of those players.
Yeah, Boston Wilding. I mean, this kid was our Fan Sports Network Sport Court of Southern Utah scholarship award winner, but he walked on, but he won that scholarship. I don't know if you were aware of that, Coach, but we gave him, I think it was a $5,000 scholarship with our friends at Sport Court. So love to hear his name. He's obviously got your attention.
Yeah, you gave it to the right young man. We haven't had He's been on time. He's been at everything he's supposed to be at and on time 2 straight years. He's really improved as a football player, and he was already a great student before he got here, and he's continued to be a good student. But we're pleased with Boston and looking forward to his future.
Coach, obviously you've got your eyes set on August 29th in Missoula against Montana. Diagnose your first 3 games this season with Colorado State, Weber, and Montana. There is no Arizona State or Utah this year. How do you feel the early season schedule pans out for you guys?
Yeah, the only thing my eyes are on right now is daily improvement. Us stacking. Let's stack good practice days and stack meetings and stack walkthroughs and stack weightlifting periods. Let's stack good on good on good on good day after day. And that's the only thing my eyes are on right now. 2 weeks from now, I'll start to shift to whoever our first opponent is. But you asked, we play the number 2 team in the country. How about being the number 2 team in the country and you're only the number 2 team in your state? There's a double-edged sword there now. But we play the number 2 team in the country. I think Montana is great. They got a great program, really good players, really good coaching staff. They have a chance to win it all. And we open up at their place, and what'll be a ruckus, 30,000 plus people in there, and they'll be pretty lathered up by the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll start tailgating at like 7 a.m.
Everybody and their brother wants to tell me about the environment. And I'm like, y'all realize we don't get to tailgate, right?
Yeah.
We don't get any part of pregame or halftime.
Yeah.
But just a great atmosphere for college football, and we're going up there and going to be competitive. We're going to go up there and compete. We come home the second game of the season. Coy, you had a question about that?
No, I love it. Keep going, Coach.
We come home second game of the season and play Weber, and the people in this state think playing Weber is like we're playing Notre Dame. If you ask the people in this town and in southern Utah, what's more important, beating Montana or beating Weber? It's Weber. The people around here talk about Weber so much, like you got a little dog named Weber.
Well, let me ask you this about Weber State. What is your first impressions of Eric Kerr, who's taken over as the head coach up there? I know Weebcat fans are excited about the new coaching staff.
Yeah, wouldn't be my first impression of Eric, because we've been recruiting his kids now for 5 years. We've been recruiting those Corner Canyon kids. I think Eric is a good man. I think he's a good football coach. I think he's going to do a good job there. The question is how long does it take to get it going? How long is it going to take for him? Devin, Paulie, Tara, good coaches win, and he's going to win. He's going to be good there. I just don't know what the timeline is for that. I hope it's at least one day after week 2.
Yeah. I love it.
24 hours post week 2.
Yeah, Sunday of week 2 be fine with me. Eric and all the players, while they're sitting in church Sunday morning, just all of a sudden get really good. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to Colorado State in our annual money game, third week of the season. We've been a little unfortunate here. When teams are downtrodden and like a group of 5 team or an FBS team, they've given up on their coach and they're not very good and they're not playing very hard. The schools seem to change head coaches the year before we get there.
Yeah.
Would have rather played Colorado State last year than this year. Jim Moore's there, Jim Moore Jr., and he's going to do a great job there. He wins everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
But he's going to do a good job there, and they're going to be really good. But we'll be excited about that atmosphere. And then week 4, we come home and play Idaho State.
Yeah.
And what's homecoming for us? And guys, this is the best Idaho State team in 41 years.
Wow.
Coming off of a non-losing season, and if you're a historian, Idaho State won the national. Hey, you'll like this. Idaho State won the 1981 national title with a star wide receiver named Marvin Lewis, and a quarterback named Dirk Cotter, both who went on to have successful coaching careers. But then 2 years later, they made a playoff run in '83. This is the best team they've had since 1983, and more than a formidable opponent. I think in some of the polls, people have Idaho State ranked as high as 15th.
Wow.
So we come out, hey, we're playing a really good Montana team. We come home, play a rivalry game. We're going to go play our money game, and then we come home and play a team that's ranked 15th in the country. So, hey, the first month's going to be competitive, and it'll be really interesting.
You know, you guys got on that 6-game win streak to end the season, probably just one of the first teams out of the playoffs. How much has that kept you up at night over the summer? And how do you get that with this tough first 4 weeks? How do you get that momentum from last year with a lot of new faces right out of the gate this year where maybe you're 2-2 and then you get hot or something of that nature?
Yeah, I don't. I lost a little bit of sleep over us missing the playoffs the last 2 years because 2 years ago we were probably the first team left out, and last year we were probably the second or third team left out. So something that people don't realize is that the committee left out some 8-4 teams last year, and the committee left a 10-2 team out of the playoffs last year. So we were a little further down the list last year than people think. My mind immediately, I'd say immediately, a couple of weeks after the season, my mind moves.
Oh, I think we lost him.
We did.
We've lost Coach Fitz. We will get him reconnected. Tara will work on that. I loved what he was saying there.
Yeah,
I mean,
did too.
right after the season, you're already thinking about next season, and you can't change the past, but you certainly can do everything you can. Speaking with Delane Fitzgerald, head coach of the Thunderbirds, you know, they got 3 starters back on the offensive line, like he mentioned. Remember the name Floyd Chalk, Grambling, San Jose?
Yeah.
I want to ask him if we can get him reconnected about Parker Andrus, he's been getting a lot of minutes. He's been starting a lot of games.
Yeah.
He's going to be his junior season out of Crimson Cliffs High School. Very athletic family, and Parker's a beast. And I want to get some thoughts on the defense, but the thoughts on the schedule, Paulie. I mean, man, SUU, even Utah Tech, some of these other Big Sky schools, they have a gauntlet schedule this year. It is not an easy schedule.
Yes, there's not many soft landing spots for SUU in the early season, and it should be interesting to see how they start in Missoula.
Guys, do I have you back?
Yeah, there you are,
back.
Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. We're filling for you, buddy. We're filling.
No, I'm telling you right now, I can coach football, but this technology thing eludes me.
Hey, I'm glad you got back with us, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet up in Cedar City, we just blame the internet, right? Call the IT department, Coach.
Yeah, I want 100% user error.
He owned it.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, I've done the same thing. That's another story for another day. I want to flip over to the defense. Coach Fitz with us here, SUU. Parker Andrus going to be a guy that's going to anchor that defensive line. He's another St. George kid. I know you like a lot of guys coming back on your defense. What are your thoughts on how early in camp the defense is coming along?
Yeah, we like our D tackles. Sini Tuiaki out of Salt Lake City and Parker Andrus will anchor our defensive line in the middle. We've got some young guys backing them up that are going to rotate in and be good. We're a new look at defensive end, and we think we're 4 deep, meaning we've got 4 good defensive ends. I should say 2 deep on the defensive end position group. But we like them. We're going to miss Lando Brown and his 15 sacks per year the last 2 years. Yeah, really going to miss him. But we've got some good players we're excited about. Guys, we're loaded at linebacker. We've got kids at linebacker that can really run and play, and we like our linebacker group. Our biggest upgrade, and we returned 3 good defensive backs, and Sean Mays and Tim Christian and Jacoby Spence. We went out and got 3 transfers that are really good players and started at their previous school that are going to help us at the DB position. And then, guys, we stole 2 or 3 freshman DBs. But we got DBs that can run and play and are really aggressive, and we're excited about them.
You got one of your guys from Eastern Washington. You got a starter from Oregon State. You got a kid from Brown. How have you been able to lure? What is the pitch to these guys in the portal? Because you had to hit the portal pretty hard this offseason, it sounds like.
Yeah, we lost a lot of players. We had 22 seniors. We had 22 seniors, and then we lost another dozen or so guys in the portal that the grass was a little greener on the other side. So, yeah, we had to go out and get some kids. I don't know how people missed on the kid at Eastern Washington, but a great student, great kid, good football player. Started at Eastern Washington at corner, and we're happy to have him. Armand York was starting at Oregon State 2 years ago. Had some hiccups had some hiccups, but we're glad that Omarion's finishing his career for us here. And then Tim Malo's a 2.5, 3-year starter at Brown at safety. He goes in the portal, and I can't put my finger on it. But he is a state of Washington kid. Wanted to come back home, and we were his best offer, and we're fortunate enough to get him. His intellectual ability to run our defense from the back end and make defensive calls are second to none.
Coach, what kind of mentality, philosophy, brand are you trying to establish with this team? Like I mentioned earlier, the running the football is what you prided yourselves on the last couple of years. But what is so early in the season, but what do you think the identity of this team will be by week 4?
That's a great question. That's a great question, and one that I could probably answer 14 days from now a little better than I can now. But I'll give it a whirl here. If they're going to play for me, they're going to be mentally and physically tough. Yeah, we're going to run to the ball on offense and defense and be a physical brand of football. So that's going to happen. Guys, we're going to. Nothing's expected of us. I think the highest poll had us finishing 6th in the conference, which I'm never going to be satisfied with being in the middle of the conference. It's not acceptable. We're going to err on the side of aggression. We're going to err on the side of aggression offensively and defensively. And if it comes back to bite us once or twice, it just comes back to bite us. But we're going to take some shots on offense and do those things. And then we're going to be really aggressive on defense also.
I love it.
Yeah.
Terry, you got a question for Coach Fitz?
No.
You've been pretty quiet over there.
Yeah, well, he's answered everything I've got. So.
We love our conversations with Delane Fitzgerald, Southern Utah University Thunderbird head football coach. Coach, I'll ask you this question, and we'll let you go. I know you got a lot going on with fall camp, getting ready for the season. We're 3.5 weeks away from that game at Montana, but coaching personnel changes. You guys made a little twist in the season. It seemed to work well. Have you made any other additions or subtractions or changed any position groups with the coaching department?
Yeah, because it's you, Devin, I'll over disclose. But we had we promoted Shay McClure, the former Dixie State head coach, promoted him to defensive coordinator in the middle of the season last year. After that promotion was made, we went undefeated the rest of the season. The 6-0, and there were a lot of things. There were a lot of things, and that how do you say it contributed to us being on that winning streak to finish the season. But one of the positives was Shay calling the defense, and he's still doing a good job. Football is important to Shay, and he works real hard at it, and he's still doing a good job coordinating our defense. Him and I had a long conversation. We just came off the practice field about an hour and a half ago, and him and I had a long conversation about how much more physical we have to become and how much more aggressive we have to become to make a dent in this conference. Devin, outside of that, anytime you're successful, you're going to lose some coaches. And we had 2 coaches that moved up to the FBS level, doubled their pay with multi-year contracts. We had another coach that took a coordinator's position closer to his hometown, closer to his mother. You can't fault anybody for that. Here is the strange one that I hadn't had happen. I don't even know how many it is. Let's say we got 18 total coaches. And that's almost exactly right, because we got 12 full-time coaches, counting myself, and then we have 6 part-time coaches. Never had an off season where all 6 part-time coaches left. But we had it happen to us. We had it happen to us this off season. So we call it the bullpen. And it's kind of a multi-purpose. Everybody's got their office in the same office. Everybody's got a desk and a laptop in the same office. But our bullpen is completely new look, and those new guys are doing a great job so far. A great job. We're excited about them.
I love it, Delane Fitzgerald. Coach, we're gonna try to get up there to one of your scrimmages, and we'll maybe even do a live show. So we'll be in touch. Thanks for the time. And 14 days from now, we better have you back on the show when you know a little bit more after some of those inter-squad scrimmages, and we'll talk more SUU football.
You guys come up and do a live show at our place. We'll roll out the red carpet for you. Hey, we'll get the president and the mayor and everybody else in here to talk.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
You may even get to talk a little football while you're here. And if you guys want to talk in 2 weeks, I'm happy to be on here with you.
I love it.
Awesome. We love having you.
Coach Delane Fitzgerald, after practice, making some time to join us here on The Drive. Coach, good luck through the rest of fall camp. T-Birds, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you real soon, and we'll be in touch on that live show.
Guys, appreciate y'all. Go Thunderbirds.
Go Thunderbirds.
Go Thunderbirds.
We got to take a break. More sports talk coming up when we come back on the Fan Sports Network. Hope you enjoyed that up on 93.1 in Cedar City or 1400 in Parowan. Back in a flash. 2, baby, fire it up! It's the drive. Paulie Prediction P, he had a request. If you ask, TA delivers.
Yes.
A little kid.
Gotta ask
rock
nicely, though.
on
Gotta
a
ask nicely.
throwdown
Very nicely.
Thursday. We all have different musical tastes.
Yeah.
Paulie's a self-proclaimed hit guy, which I think has got some holes in that.
Right.
Tara is all over the board.
She is.
Yeah.
She likes songs we've never heard of,
Yeah.
which is fine. I like songs you guys have never
My
heard of.
playlist is like screamo, hardcore, and then you'll get like some Whitney Houston
90s
or
hip
Celine
hop
Dion, and yeah, it's
Some
just all over.
Chingy and Nelly and all those guys.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Yeah. I'm
It's a privilege to ride with Tara in a long car ride. You get to really see the scope of all the music.
The
so.
depth.
Yeah.
The depth. Yes.
Yeah. How many times have you been banned from long car rides?
He
Trying
did.
to take over the radio
I did
controls.
threaten one time to leave him on the side of the road,
Don't
Yeah.
but
touch my radio dial in the Silver Surfer.
yeah.
Yes.
He's Paul. She's Tara. I'm Devin. Thanks for listening. Hour 2. I always enjoy our chats with Delane Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Middle of fall camp, gracious enough to join us. We had Lance Anderson on Monday. We'll probably have. Here's what we are talking about doing right now, and this is kind of like we're always honest with our listeners. We always give you a peek behind the scenes.
Peel the curtain back, right?
We think we've got it, and I'm a little premature because this could backfire on me, but I think we've got it arranged
Yeah.
to go to SUU's scrimmage tomorrow and do the show live
Yeah.
from up there in Cedar City at the football
Yeah.
field
When
while they're
was it?
practicing.
When was the last time we were on the road? Root for Kids, maybe at Coral Canyon with Marco that one morning. It's been a while since we've done a remote show.
A remote show.
Yes, remote show.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We've done some remote broadcasts out and about at businesses, but yeah, not a lot of live shows. You know, back at our previous stop, Holly, we were 4 to 6. A lot of people like that drive time, remote time, but a lot of businesses are not open until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so our show 7 to 9 is not exactly ideal for live shows
not a great
this early in the
window.
morning.
Yeah.
So, but because they're beating the heat and they're going early, we're gonna try to do everything we can to make that happen tomorrow morning. The next Friday, Utah Tech has scrimmage number 2. We're gonna do the same thing at Tech.
Yeah.
And you can hear the Blazers here on the Fan Sports Network all season long. Their scrimmage, I don't think, starts till 8:30, but we'll have some guests. We'll be live at the stadium. We'll catch a little piece of the scrimmage towards the end of the show, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have guests. We're going to talk on the road, fall camp with the T-Birds tomorrow, and then our plan is to do it again with the Trailblazers next week. That's the plan.
right,
Now,
yeah.
obviously, we're subject to, final approval from the athletic department and the coaches, but we're putting those all out there, and so I'm putting my neck out a little because this is not a slam dunk done deal, but we believe we can pull it off.
Yeah.
And just get you ready and locked in for the upcoming season. Give you a little behind the scenes interviews, conversations, and so on and so forth. And that's what we're going to do today. One of our big headlines today, and I'm going to preface this. I'm not going to put this in the top 8, but we are doing our high school football media day today.
Yeah.
So kind of correlates. We're not doing a media day. Big Sky has their own media day. So for us to turn around and do it again, you can just go watch, Coach Anderson and Coach Fitzgerald and select players at the Big Sky media day. If you missed that, that was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not quite 2 weeks ago yet. They were up in Spokane, Washington, which has been
Your
devastated
stomping
by
ground.
the fires from Idaho to Washington. Those fires have just been
Heard about
heartbreaking.
that.
Yeah. I could tell you a story that would bring a tear to your eye about a friend of my daughter's. Lost her life in the fire
Oh, you're
up there
kidding.
in North Idaho. So
never
there
wanna
is a
hear that.
lot of tragedy going on. It was smoky, it was hazy, but they just kind of flew in. They were at it was the hotel and casino that they hosted at. I can't remember the name of it. And they had that. So if you missed that, go check it out. But tonight, 4 o'clock, this afternoon rather, we will have, here's the batting order for you. And you'll be able to watch these teams individually if you just care about your school, your kid's school, your nephew's school, your grandkid's school. Maybe you want to check out, your kid's school, but you grew up here and you went to a different school. I know the town has grown. We now got a bunch of schools here in Washington County. It used to be just Dixie. And then Pineview came along.
Bitter rivals.
And then, obviously the Hurricane is its own thing. Hurricane was here too. The old rivalry is Cedar-Dixie. Cedar's not in our region in football, but we are excited to cover them a little bit. We haven't got the defending champs coming down for media today, so we only have 6 coaches and players. Here is kind of the docket for today, and then we'll get into some headlines really quickly. We've got right out of the gate at 4 o'clock, let's go Dixie Flyers, Will Liebert, second season. Got a young sophomore quarterback, Riker Mulstein. I'm excited to talk to Mulstein. That's going to be fun. Then we go Crimson, Coach Lofapo. He's bringing his quarterback, Tanawai Andresen, Cam and Olave, who's really their only starter back on defense since Major Stokes went to Orem with his dad becoming the head coach in the offseason. Hurricane Tigers will be after that. About 4:30, Jerry Cowan, third year. They have high hopes this year. They're trying to dethrone Crimson, who has owned the region in the last 3 or 4 years. And Tigers made strides, 3-2 in the region. They were 7-4 overall. They got 2 home games, but lost that second home game to Provo. And Tanner Matua is going to be coming in. They're running back RJ Allred. Cannon Cowan, who's the coach's son, is going to be playing safety a little bit, and quarterback. He's going to be there, so that's going to be fun. Then Desert Hills, new coach. We'll get to meet and greet Tanner Baldery. Played collegially at BYU. He's been with Rick Barry. He's been with Coach Taps. He was there with Mark Murdoch in his last year, I believe. He wasn't there previously with Carl Frankie when they won state championships. He was in college. But he's a young, up-and-coming coach, and he does have Coach Frankie as an assistant head coach and offensive coordinator back on staff. They've got Seth Brown coming, J.J. Malafau's coming, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll have another first-year head coach. Zach Todioli. Tautioli. What did I say?
You're so close.
It rhymes with cow.
Yes.
Tautioli.
They're really good.
Coach Zach Tautioli.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll get it by 5 o'clock.
That's right. You got to make it in that moment we have to shine. You got to hit it that one time.
I mean,
right now, you can
I
work
always
on it.
struggle with because I didn't do any study abroad or foreign languages. And the Tauteoli, and so where do you break it up? How do you hyphenate it? That's always a challenge with some of those
derivation,
Polynesian names.
Yes.
Tautioli.
Yes, that was perfect.
I got it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Parker Olson is going to be coming. Brody Lounsbury, he's a dude at the running back. Played a little quarterback and play a little defense if you need him to. And then Coach Hosner is back about 5:15-ish. We're going to have the Pineview Panthers stop by our set. Good year for them last year. I mean, went 6-4, 3-2 in region. It's the second stint for Coach Hosner. We'll talk with guys like Garrett William and Russell Jacob and some of their upperclassmen. They're going to be starting a lot of young pups. And then after that, about 5:30, we'll do the Fan All-Region preseason poll. This is a combined coaches media poll. We'll give you the predicted order of finish in the preseason rankings, as well as who had the most votes, who's first team, and who's honorable mention, second team, basically.
I like that.
And then we'll do some final thoughts, and then we'll sign off before 6 o'clock. The other thing that we're excited to kind of kick off, and part of the reason we're going to be doing our Region 9 Football Media Day today from Texas Roadhouse, is we have teamed up with Texas Roadhouse here at the Fan Sports Network.
Excited about this.
In conjunction with all of our Region 9 schools, including Cedar City, to do pep rally pit stops. We're going to do one pep rally pit stop throughout the season for each school, and they're going to get a portion of all sales from open to close donated directly to the schools. For the Booster Club, they can designate it for a certain sport and go to the General Athletic Fund. Schools can do whatever they want with that money. So if we have monster nights, the schools are going to get monster paychecks. We're going to have coaches from other sports, football coaches stop by. We're hoping the band, the cheerleaders, we're going to do some line dancing. We're going to be doing a college game day-esque show.
Yep.
Yeah, Tara's going to be leading the line dancing. Paulie, he's going to be, orchestrating with the band.
Yes.
And then I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll be trying to keep them two out of hot water, I guess.
It's normally your job.
Yeah, I know, right?
So these pep rally pit stops, we've got the dates for each school already set. We'll get that out. We'll remind you. We'll be running promos. We'll be inviting you down. We'll be live there. And it doesn't matter if you come and we're there, because we're only doing a 1-hour show, or you just come sometime that night to help your school. But we're trying to do kind of a fun, Texas football is big, right?
Yeah.
Like Florida football, California, big fan bases, 12, 15,000 people on Friday nights. People close their business early to go to football games. We want to get to that point where, like, we're a football town. We're supporting our local schools. Yeah. I know Tech's really tried to make the game day experience better with tailgating and cornhole and barbecuing and stuff down at Graders. Yeah. And we're slowly getting there, right? Yeah. But if you've ever been to a college football town, SEC country, Big Ten country, Pac-12 country, like I grew up in.
Morgantown, baby.
Yeah, even lowly West Virginia and their country roads. You know that it's a festivity. It's a
big
party all day long.
It's a to-do. Yes.
Yeah. And so we're trying to do some things to get more involved, meet and greet, get you out, have some fun. And rally for the teams, rally for the football game, rally for the soccer game, the volleyball, the cross country, all the fall sports.
All the stuff, yep.
Yes.
Come out with your best posters.
Yeah, we need some posters.
We need some posters, like college game day. That's what we're going for here.
That's one of the heights of college game day is seeing all the posters in the crowd.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So, students, parents, come out with your best posters, too. Let's get rowdy.
My favorite thing.
What's that?
I love Corso. I love McAfee now.
The big head, the mascot head.
That's what we were saying yesterday. No. We need the mascot heads.
We need some mascot heads. I will pop a mascot head on.
Well, the Texas Roadhouse Armadillo will be there.
Okay,
maybe you can pop that on. I mean,
no, we need the team's mascots.
Paulie, you're in charge of that. You are the lovable Lee Corso of the group.
Yeah. Yes.
You're gonna have to. You can do the picks, and you can go get
the mascot
and throw the mascot.
Yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead. Go ahead. It's all on you. You got to arrange it all, though. So I'm guessing this will not happen. Prove me wrong.
All right. Well,
going into the school.
Paulie, I'll help you out with it.
Hey, look at Tara. She's like a mother hen.
Okay, now you have a chance to actually get it done.
Yes. See, look, we've gotten upgraded because we've
Tara, why are you bailing him out? I want to challenge him to see if he can do it.
Cool. I know.
And I was trying to make him feel like he couldn't. And now you're giving him hope.
Yes.
Well, because I think it'd be a really cool bit.
She's always for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you can make that happen. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not promising. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Dixon is not promising a prediction with a mascot headpiece.
Yes.
But if it happens, it's a bonus ball.
It could be really cool.
Here is the schedule so listen up for your school. So we're going to do the very first one on Friday, August 21st, because Cedar, I know they're not in our region, but if this goes really well, we're hopeful we can do it for basketball season, for the spring sports, baseball, softball season, so on and so forth. And Cedar is in our region and everything but football. And Cedar happens on August 21st to be coming down not far from Texas Roadhouse to Pineview High School.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will have Cedar fans can come down before the game, eat. They could jump over after. They're open late on Friday night. I think they're open till 11. The game will be over. So you're going to be able to rally and eat at Texas Roadhouse, and a portion of those proceeds will go to Cedar High School. We'll have some fun things planned there. That'll be our first one. That'll be our only Friday night. The rest of the nights, we're going to do midweek on a Wednesday because we want the school support. We don't want to butt up against the JV football game on Thursday or the girls soccer game on Tuesday or whatever the case might be. So Wednesday night is kind of that most open night. A lot of teams will do a team dinner. We're hoping maybe they'll come to Texas Roadhouse. And the team will be there, the cheerleaders, the band, all that stuff. So Pineview will be August 26th. That will be their pep rally pit stop at Texas Roadhouse. September 2nd will be Hurricanes Day. September 9th will be Dixie. September 16th, Desert Hills. September 23rd will be Crimson. And September 30th will be Snow Canyon. And what we've tried to do in making this pit stop schedule at Texas Roadhouse is always pick weeks in which the football team is at home or has homecoming. We couldn't do that for everybody, but some of them are homecoming week, which adds to the pageantry and the atmosphere. And a lot of people may be thinking football and thinking activities with all the things going on during homecoming week. And this is just something fun to add to your to-do list.
Should be great.
By the way, our initial broadcast schedule, asterisk, subject to change, is out on the fansportsnetwork.com website.
Yeah.
So those are some local housekeeping items for you today. The first week, I will tell you, we have Lone Peak at Crimson, and we have Spanish Fork over at Snow Canyon. Those will be our two broadcast. The Lone Peak Crimson game will be our simulcast radio and video. Spanish Fork Snow Canyon will be a stream-only game. But we always, reserve the right to get bonus coverage, or, if it's 49-0 at halftime and one team is winning big and the other game's 21-21 going to the second half, we can switch that up. So subject to change based on outcome and stuff that you don't know until that night. We want to give you the best coverage we can, and of course you could always go watch the entirety of those streams on our YouTube page. Make sure you go and subscribe. You can watch the show, you can watch our interviews, you can watch our live broadcast. That's where you'll be able to watch Media Day today, as well as listen here on the Fan Sports Network at 4 p.m.
And I think we normally play back one team per day on the morning show as well for people that miss Media Day from 4 to 6.
Yeah, we will probably do that. We will probably do that because we have Friday all the way through next Friday.
Yeah.
The only caveat is if we do the fall camps at the 2 local universities, we can still do that though. We can still make that happen.
One day or something.
But it's always there on demand. You'll be able to go back and watch it whenever you so choose. So some housekeeping items, some stuff we're excited to share with you here on the Fan Sports Network. Got to take a break. Back in a flash. We'll get into some more sports talk. We'll see what Paulie wants to argue about next. We do have some audio I want to get to and react to. Let's do that when we come back as we talk college football a little bit. Check in on some of the fall camps that are opened up. Utah State, BYU, Utah. We'll get you some audio, just like we did first hour when Delane Fitzgerald, Southern Utah head coach, dropped by the show. So
I got one more too for our college football segment. Pate State, Josh Pate, who does a college football show, he's got BYU hosting a very notable team in the playoff. We should get into that as well.
All right, we'll do it when we come back. Quick break. Talking sports on the other side. Show today brought to you by Zag, Coral Canyon. Appreciate our friends at Prime IV. Finley Hyundai Studios are rocking today. Appreciate, of course, our friends at Game Day Men's Health as well, bringing you the program. We're back after a timeout.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Yeah, Paul, call your mom, tell her you made it. Brandon Urie. I'm sad Panic broke up. They were good.
Mm-hmm.
I loved them. They had a really good tour, and I took the whole fam to watch them, and it was a fantastic show. When I heard they broke up a couple years ago, I was like, "Oh, get back together! You guys were good." They had some hits.
They did. Some good ones.
We've got some hits, some audio hits for you coming up next. Want to thank our friends at Game Day Men's Health for a free T test to reclaim your game for testosterone in your first month, 50% off if you need it. Go get that free T test. It's quick. It's easy. Results back in just 15 minutes. That's where I go. I've been taking T from Game Day since they opened, and you're going to get great prices, great customer service. That they really care and monitor and make sure you're healthy, and you can do that by calling or texting because sometimes they don't get in until 8, 9 o'clock. So text is great for the early morning. Like, get on your phone right now and text Game Day Men's Health and just say, hey, I heard the guys on the fan. I was listening to Devin. And when can you get me in for my free T test? I think it's time. I've never had my levels tested. 435-265-4223. That is 435-265-4223. And you can check out the website as well, GameDayMen'sHealth.com/St. George to get more details or find the location over there on Four Master Drive. Let's get into some audio hits, as we mentioned.
Yes.
And let's start, Paulie.
Okay.
With the prediction. This is kind of something that should maybe excite Cougar fans a little bit.
Yeah, this is Josh Pate. He does a college football only show. Just got debuted a couple days ago, and he's been going strong. And I really like his content, and he's got the playoff bracket already set, and he has one Beehive State team in the mix, getting a home game against, how about Lane Kiffin, maybe? Let's take a look and see what he's got to say here.
If, for example, Brigham Young is the 7 seed and LSU is the 10 seed, I'll tell you what it means. It means LSU playing a playoff game in Provo, Utah in December. It means the greatest clash of cultures in the history of this country. I'm talking about Revolutionary War up to and including everything that's ever happened in the history of this country. If people from Thibodaux, Louisiana storm Provo, Utah, we've never seen anything like it. That is irresistible force. That is immovable object, greater than any WrestleMania ever gave us. And that's not even to determine the outcome of the game. That's just who survives and kind of makes it to the game, so to speak. So we've got LSU, Brigham Young.
Yeah, so
I mean, I'm feeling Mardi Gras vibes coming out of Josh right now.
Yes, that's right.
Taking the party to Provo, they're going to be disappointed. There's not a lot of nightlife in Provo, Utah.
Yes, they like to get down there in Death Valley, but I think they will travel thick to Provo if that matchup happens. Lane Kiffin, one of the more talked about pieces of the offseason, his departure from Ole Miss. I think, for one, that would be a very, very intriguing matchup. But that's way down the line as we're talking predictions here from college football experts. But let's get into some more of the stuff that happened yesterday.
Can I comment?
Yeah, you can comment.
Okay.
Comment away, buddy.
He's got BYU as a 7 seed?
Yeah.
Okay, let that resonate. BYU, who had 12 wins last year, got beat twice by Texas Tech.
Yeah.
If that's going to happen, they can't lose twice to Tech like they did in the Big 12 championship and in the regular season.
Well, Pate's got him as the only Big 12 team in the field, so that would mean that he's got BYU winning the Big 12 title.
I am buying this, and I'll tell you why. I am buying this prediction because of what Phil Steele said after his conversation that he relayed about putting his college football preview magazine. He talked to Kalani. He said Kalani has never liked the team so much, and we think there's some areas we don't know about. Receivers are unproven; they're uncharted. We don't have a lot of statistics on them. They lost a lot in that department. We know the running back, the quarterback. We know the O-line has been good at BYU for a while now, very steady. The defense is loaded. The linebacking core or the kid from Cal and Glasgow. I mean, holy smokes! And their DBs, they get a lot of experience back in the secondary.
What is it? I always struggle with his name.
Satalele.
Satalele, yeah, the safety corner combo hybrid guy. He does a lot for him in the secondary. Had a couple pick sixes last year. I think he'll be a big factor on their defense once again.
Intriguing though, 7. That's the highest I've ever seen in a preseason here on August the 6th for BYU.
Yeah, it's all good vibes.
Maybe ever.
It's all good vibes in Provo right now. The Daily Herald just voted Kalani the 12th best coach in the country.
Yeah.
Of all the coaches out there, you think of all the SEC names, the Big Ten, but Kalani is right amongst the top in the top 15 at number 12. So all good vibes in Happy Valley right now for the BYU Cougars. All right, let's take a trip down the road to Salt Lake City. And Morgan Scally, he was talking in a media availability about the rivalry between BYU and Utah, the Holy War, of course. And this is his take, is this will be his first year, and it'll be at Rice Eccles. He'll be coaching the Holy War. Let's get his take on the rivalry.
Glad to be back. Ton of progress in spring. I love what I'm seeing in terms of the energy, the body compositions from the summer lifting and conditioning. Good first day, 12 periods, really not grueling.
Bachmeier, straight ahead, design run. There's a bear on the loose in Provo. Bachmeier is in, touchdown!
No comment?
The Snow Can BYU fans remember that run up the middle.
Yeah, that was interesting.
They remember that run up the middle, don't they?
Yes.
That wasn't.
That wasn't exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah, cut it off into a highlight.
You sent it.
Well, yeah, I just thought the headline grabbed my attention.
All right.
I honestly didn't watch it, as you can now tell.
All the way through.
Okay.
Hey, we're always honest with our listeners. I didn't have time to watch it last night.
All right, I understand. This one looks like more of what we're looking for, though. This one comes from Jason Walker, Utah State and Cache Valley High School sports reporter for Cache Valley Daily. He has a little sit down here with Bronco, and he's talking about how they'll play significantly better than a year ago, even if it's the same result record-wise. The Aggies are set to face a difficult schedule with 2 top 25 preseason teams in the non-conference and an even tougher conference schedule. So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's right under the Scally one, that one.
This one?
Yeah, that one. This is Bronco Mendenhall talking about the expectations for this season, facing a difficult schedule and non-conference.
Team this year will have to play significantly better than a year ago, even for the same result, record-wise or bowl game, etc. But that's an awesome thing to basically play up, to change conferences and to move forward. That doesn't mean we'd be, I don't know. I don't think that we'd be comfortable with just that record. But the reality is, and the brutal fact is, that's what I'm telling my team, right? We'll have to be significantly better to have that same win-loss record based on our schedule. However, that doesn't mean we settle for that. That just is the acknowledgement of that's what is. And so let's now prepare and play in a manner that acknowledges that and then exceeds that. And I think it's good for everyone just to hear that out loud, including my own team. Our team this year will have
6 and 7 a year ago. Their Bronco already bracing the fan base a little bit for the fact that they might have a similar record to last year, but they are playing a much, much tougher schedule. So that was interesting from Bronco Mendenhall. And one more from Utah State and Logan here. Another one from Jason Walker. This is McKay Hillstead talking about his true freshman season at Utah State. And it's not indicative of his talent level. He is a much more refined quarterback now. Let's check in with McKay Hillstead here.
I think that my true freshman season, I think I describe it to a lot of people as it being indicative of my talent level, not necessarily my full capacity and skill level. And I think that over the past few years I've really developed, and I think understanding how to play the game as a quarterback is a big thing. And I think that aids your ability to have a higher completion percentage. And I think your accuracy is your accuracy. I think your decision making is obviously going to aid your stats, and I think that my decision making has greatly improved over the course of that time. And I'm I'm excited. I feel as good as I've ever felt as far as my arm and my ability to make pinpoint passes. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, I think everyone's going to see significant improvements out there. So I think that'll be cool to show.
Interesting, because he kind of got dragged through the mud a little bit after his true freshman season, goes up to BYU, back to Utah State, the starter once again for the Aggies. Different coach, different, a lot of different scenarios and situations for McKay Hillstead over the last couple of years. His career, to lightly put it, has been an odyssey, the traveling and just the career he's had. So just a couple samples from fall camp here as we're getting ready to get going in the football season at the college, high school, pro level. It's all getting ready to get kicked off. So just a little taste of camp.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What is the most exciting thing or two about college football? Is it the great unknown for you, Paulie? Because there's going to be some risers and fallers. There's going to be some teams last year that had really good years. Take Miami, for instance. You're high on Miami.
Yeah.
They were oh so close. They came up 6 points shy in the Natty.
Yeah.
Do we see them hungry, playing with a chip? Do we see teams that had huge turnarounds last year decline? The portal NIL era has changed the rosters over. And so on a year-to-year basis, last year what you did is no guarantee that you will do that again. Now, for the bigger programs, it's a little safer guarantee than some of the non-Power 4 or even the FCS programs where there's even more turnover.
A little more retention at those higher levels.
Yeah, I'm just fired up for football on Saturdays. We got football tonight.
Yeah.
Live on the Fan Sports Network. We got the Hall of Fame game tonight at 6 o'clock. So after our
Cardinals.
Former Hurricane Carson Beck making the start tonight.
Yep. He's very excited.
Yeah, I bet.
Read the article the other day on him getting the word that he was starting. He seemed very surprised and compared it to Pop Warner with the excitement level as a little kid. And I kind of love that. I love that, an NFL player, well-traveled, has got all this money, he's been through thick and thin, still gets excited about the game. That means he cares.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember the first game of the year when they beat Notre Dame. He was in full-on tears, in the post game. I think it's very evident that Carson Beck cares about football, and I think he'll be ready to go tonight. Should be a fun little foray into our first glance at football.
I agree. Who's more fired up for college football, Tara or Paul?
Ooh,
take a guess.
A tough one.
Take a guess. Listeners, who do you think?
Text the text
I think it's
line.
me.
Really? You?
Yeah. Are you going to go to Virginia Tech football game this year?
I would never go there.
What?
Yeah. You don't want to go for Enter Sandman?
That's the
What
Black
about
Diamond
Clemson?
rivalry. They're
What about
a West
Clemson?
Virginia rival.
What?
They
Going
are.
to try to get out to Clemson, do Howard's Rock?
There you go, buddy.
Wow. Look at the
Tennessee, Florida rivalry game?
Yeah.
I think I'm more excited. He only likes West Virginia.
That's not correct. I watch a lot of games.
Where's that?
A lot of games.
Where's the bell? It was Paul and I earlier on the Diggs thing.
There we go.
And now,
Yes.
who loves
Enter the
college
ring.
football in the home corner
Who
wearing
is the
the
reigning
blue
football?
striped pants and a white T-shirt? It's at 5'2".
There you go.
And a half.
And a
And
half.
100
and a hook.
25 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
She might be little, but she has a big right jab.
Yeah,
Derek
exactly.
Atkin.
Yes.
And in the
I'm coming for
gray
you.
trunks, balding at over 3 bills.
Yes.
He doesn't do anything but watch college football. It's Paulie Ratliff. Yeah, I mean,
There we go.
let's get the Dukes up.
I
Yes.
know. Yep.
Hey, got to take a break. When we come back, lots more to get to. We can talk more about the Hall of Fame game. We'll continue to hype our Media Day coverage today at 4 o'clock, followed by the Hall of Fame game. So we got a little high school NFL double dip for you. A lot of great local coverage and then some national coverage coming your way. Make sure and keep us locked in here on 95.3, 99.5, or 93.1 in Cedar City. We're back in a flash.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Get my headsets locked in.
Yes.
He was
Can't
gonna-
miss
he was
this
gonna say
song.
something.
I want to throw a Sharpie at Paulie just for the fun of it. I want to throw a Sharpie at Tara just for the fun of it.
There we go.
Let's go.
He's in a jovial mood. There we go,
Yeah.
baby.
Hey,
Dodging bullets in here.
that's what you know. I feel like I'm functioning at a good level for only like 3 hours, 4 hours of sleep last
Yes.
night. I feel like we're
Yeah.
bringing the energy today.
You're vibrant. Yes.
Vibrant?
Yes.
Vibrant?
Vibrant.
Big word for you. You come up with these big words like vibrant. Like what? I think like
Didn't come up with it. It's been around a while.
yeah, but okay. Let me ask Tara a question. Tara, has Paulie ever used the word vibrant on the show?
No.
Not that I can recall.
Well, he does use some big words,
Oh,
though.
the word's been around forever. I've just never said it, and I decided to say it, and I comment on it that that's a new word for you.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, that's an
I'd
old
say he's
word.
chipper.
I don't use that word anymore.
Like chipper.
Yeah. What's the
The dynamic this week has been very good.
what is the best word? Well, I think we're excited for football season.
We are excited, yeah.
I'm watching golf, hanging out with my pals, talking sports. Doesn't get much better than this. Here from the Finley Hyundai studio. 0% on the Tucson is back. 0% on the Santa Fe is back, and I think that includes the hybrid models. Gas prices going up. Maybe you want a Sonata or an Elantra. Those can get up to 58 mpg.
Yes.
Paulie, that stands for
Miles per gallon.
Woo!
Oh.
I knew
Trying to
Tara
steal
knew
it.
that. She doesn't. I'm surprised she
surprised,
knows that.
yeah.
She has a EV. So
Yes.
I'm surprised
It's
you knew
irrelevant
that.
to her.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Still know it, though.
Yeah.
He did have an experience on his way home from Bandon Dunes. He rode back with a Tesla owner, and I texted him. He said, "We're on our way, but we're charging." And I was going to dig deeper on that, but I just left it alone.
Okay. I found 3 more reasons not to buy a Tesla.
Oh, he's got new ones. Here we
Okay,
go.
but if you drive with like not the smartest Tesla drivers, because there's no reason to run your battery down to 4% where it shuts everything off.
Did you want to miss the plane?
Well,
Did you want to stop
maybe
and charge before the plane?
There's this thing called planning ahead, where he could have had it charged earlier so that you didn't have to rush to catch the plane.
Sorry,
something
G-Funk, you're getting thrown under the bus. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean,
Skewered.
And I love G-Funk, but you can plan ahead.
20-minute sweat. I felt like I was in a sauna because the AC wouldn't work because we're only 7% on the car.
Oh, okay.
Is that a thing where you get low and it conserves
See,
so your AC doesn't
I've
work?
never gotten it
I've never
that low.
experienced that because I do ride with a very
Somebody who plans ahead.
planning owner of a Tesla.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes you just want to go and just drive and not plan. Just throw the plan out the window and just go.
Open can.
This is
blank
coming,
canvas.
this is
crap,
coming
we're at the
from the
Grand
guy
Canyon.
who ran out of gas and was late to the show, shows up smelling like gasoline because he spilled it all over himself.
Oh, she's flipping it on you. You
This
asked
is
for
who
it.
is complaining.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
Now don't recoil. You were taunting her.
There is a difference between
Getting
The
covered in
studio
gas.
smells like gasoline for a week.
planning. Well, I think somebody in the night siphoned the gas out of my truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Gas
I don't-
burglars.
Let's be honest. I only have like a 7-minute commute to work.
Exactly.
I should have made it. The reserve on that tank
But
must
you
be
didn't.
low.
When
But
you're
you
on
did it.
empty, when
You
you're
know-
on
you
zero,
know
you
how,
don't
like-
have much wiggle room, buddy.
You know how the ATVs and the 4-wheelers have the reserve? We need that on cars, the reserve.
Yes.
Is there a reserve energy on a Tesla where you can, if you get like 7%, you can pop on the reserve? That they need that.
It will. It'll start
Yeah.
shutting stuff down so that you can get there.
No AC.
Remember the old like farm trucks though that had the 2 gas tanks, and so you could switch.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the gas trunks that had the big 100-gallon tanks we used to
Tanks
take
too,
over in the
yeah.
fields to fill up the tractors, if that's
Yeah.
what you're referring to.
No, there were old like flatbeds that you had 2 gas
Double
tanks, and so
tanks.
you could
Yes.
flip one. Like when one was empty,
What
you'd
was
flip
that
the
thing
other
you were
one.
telling me about your house? You guys used to do something with the sheep or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are both
Do
more
something with the sheep?
Well,
Well,
like help them in some
My
regard.
aunt and uncle were
Yeah.
huge sheep farmers up in
Oh,
Bone, Idaho.
So you guys are way
So-
more
Like the sheep detective.
inclined
We'd go out and help with
farm,
lambing and
rural
stuff,
land,
yeah.
you know, Royal Washington, Idaho. I'm a suburb kid. I never had to milk a cow or do any of that deal. So
No, never had a steer for 4-H or sheep or horses.
none
or
of that.
Never had to move sprinkler pipe.
Never went to a fair.
Never had to buck
Never been to
hay.
a demolition derby.
What'd you say? The one thing you were in the feed bag for whatever animals, and there's snakes that'll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'd move the sprinkler pipes.
The
and there'd be
rattlesnakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There'd
I
be
mean, if
rattlesnakes
you're
in 'em.
irrigating and you don't have a circle or you don't have a wheel line, you used to do it with siphon tubes out of the ditches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you would change the
No, I am interested. I had never learned about this.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
you corrugate it and you have the rows and then you plant it and then you got to water it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you'd put your hand on the siphon tube and you would pump it to get, and then you'd put it down in the ditch, and then you had to move it every morning to the next row or a
next
row
row,
and a half
yeah.
over or whatever you do. There's different ways you could do that. And yeah, the rattlesnakes would curl up underneath the siphon tubes and it would just get cool in the summers. And then you'd stumble along half asleep at 5 a.m. and they'd strike at you.
Oh, jeez.
They'll wake you up real quick.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Been there, done
You
that.
ever been bit by a rattlesnake?
Nope.
You ever been struck by lightning?
Nope.
You ever drove a tractor?
What's the great outdoors where he's struck by lightning like 12 times?
I've ridden in a tractor.
My
granddad has a John Deere big tractor. He's
My-
a big country guy, hick kind of guy, rural Virginia growing up. He's got a big 50-acre farm, tractors, bobcats, all kinds of stuff. And I just never really had the interest. I mean, I was just
My dad
watch
welded
football.
an extra seat on the open cab tractor when I was like 3 years old, and I would just sit there riding the tractor.
Yeah. My big green tractor.
I was riding a tractor when
thinks my
before I could
tractor's
even
sexy.
walk.
Yeah.
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 Thanks for the trip down memory lane.
No problem. I was just saying you guys are way more agriculturally and wildlife inclined than me.
Yeah.
I saw a really good article on ESPN.com
All right.
from Bill Barnwell.
Yeah. Good writer.
Doing the Barnyard Boogie, Bill Barnwell.
Yeah.
This came out just this morning, about 6:15 Eastern time, and it says how many Hall of Famers are playing in the NFL right now, and he goes by team. You can go look at your favorite team. This is a great article, and for instance, Paulie's team, right?
0.
Washington, current Hall of Famers,
0.
Yeah, there'll be 0.
0.
Yep.
But work to do, Jaden Daniels and Laramie Tunsil. Then he's got just missing out Terry McLaurin and Stephon Diggs. McLaurin's 31 next month.
Yeah.
Still feel like he's got some gas in the tank.
Yeah, he
but
does.
maybe he's already seen his best pro seasons. We don't know. Now you add in Stephon Diggs. For instance, if you go to Tara's team, this is going to be ugly, TA. Maybe I shouldn't do this to you.
Oh.
Should I not do this?
I have 0 too.
Yeah. The Raiders.
Join the 0 club, buddy.
Okay, well, Genty and Mendoza are fresh, so
And
give it a year.
Raiders.
Give it a year or two.
Bowers. He's
Bowers. What about Crosby?
They do have a keep it up category, and the keep it up, if he continues on this trajectory, Max Crosby is the
Bowers.
only one that
Oh, no
has
Bowers.
Hall of Fame potential right now. Work to do, Brock Bowers and Tyler Linderbaum.
Okay.
But he hasn't even played a snap for them yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I like Linderbaum, though.
You want to go to like the Chiefs. You got Chris Jones and Mahomes that have probably already cemented what is a Hall of Fame career, correct? So you
Kelsey?
have players like that.
Kelsey probably a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Kelsey too. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in. They're
All
in. Creed Humphrey is a keep it up. Trey Smith, the guard, is work to do.
Gotcha.
You got some guys in on certain teams.
All right.
So anyway, just pointing that out because it's a really interesting. It's fun to look at your team. Like I went to the Seattle Seahawks, the reigning fill in the blank, Paul.
I don't like this game.
I
Super
don't know
Bowl
why.
champion.
Thank you, TA.
There you go, Tara.
Well, you don't get to play the game anymore. I'm going to turn to Tara.
Yeah, play the game with Tara.
You're
I'll
out.
take a break.
You're out.
Take a break. Turn my mic off, buddy. I'll just enjoy the
That's
peace and
fine.
quiet.
That's fine. We got it. Not worried about it. The Seattle beloved Seahawks, home of the 12s.
Yes.
We don't have anybody in, but we have people in, but not on the current roster. But we got to keep it up for Jackson Smith and Jigba and Devin Witherspoon.
Okay, they're both young.
Yeah.
They could do it.
Work to do, Charles Cross, Nick Manwari, and Byron Murphy II, as well as Gray Zabel.
I like Byron Murphy. He's a big fella. I like him in the middle.
Missing out right now, they have Cooper Kupp and Leonard Williams. who you would think, Williams went 8 years between Pro Bowls. That was the problem.
Even though I kind of dumped on him earlier, Cooper Kupp is probably a Hall of Famer.
I mean,
wow. Wait, what? Okay, that was a pivot.
Well, I'm talking about now versus what he's done. He's done a lot, but at this stage of his career, he's just not much.
Early in his career, and then he peaked in 2021 with the Rams and
the Triple Crown.
Obviously won the Super Bowl, was the MVP, and then he had a great 2022, at least the first half.
It's really Puka.
But then there was a gap, and he was injured, and the rest. But man, and the statistics now in Seattle don't show the value of a Cooper Kupp. That is my argument. But is it a Hall of Fame worthy career? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not. I would say.
So, but there's young players like only time will tell. Bijan Robinson, who just got paid. Jonathan Taylor, who just got paid. Almost got exactly the same average per year as Bijan. Yeah. He was $500,000 a year short of that. Jonathan Taylor had 20 touchdowns and was the rushing leader, and he got an extension today. And I'm sure Jahmyr Gibbs is sitting there going in Detroit, holy smokes, Bijan just got paid. Jonathan Taylor just got paid. Look at how many rushing and receiving yards and touchdowns I had, and now I'm the bell cow because Montgomery is gone. When do I get my extension? He's probably next.
I'm looking at this article, and I think that the team that has probably the most star-studded cast is in the NFC West as future Hall of Famers, and that's the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Mike Evans, who's gone over 1,000 yards every year in his career.
Yeah,
I know
but he's a
buck. He would go in as a buck, but still. Christian McCaffrey, who has been a great prolific running back when healthy, and he was fully healthy last season.
Sure.
And then Trent Williams, one of the best tackles in modern NFL
and Fred
history.
Warner's close, and
Kittle. Yeah.
And George Kittle's close. I mean, there's some dudes there. Bosa could be, if he stays healthy and continues production, could be in the mix. They got some
Bosa.
Candidates there for sure. How many of the Rams got? 3? Stafford, Aaron Donald, and Myles Garrett.
The Rams have Devontae Adams.
Oh, Devontae, yes.
Can't forget him. Edge Myles Garrett and quarterback Matt Stafford. Keep it up is Puka Nacua.
And Puka is waiting for an extension after a wild offseason.
Yes.
Yeah. Turbulent. That's a good word. Big words from you today, man.
I know. We're getting ready for media day,
Mind
baby.
Blown by
The word wizard over here,
Smith.
just,
The word Smith.
Got my wand.
warming up.
Yeah, I'm warming it up.
Hey, let's give Paulie a word that he has to weave into every question at least once.
We should do that every day, like on the show.
The
He has
word
to-
of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
The word of the day. What word would
That's
be...
a fun game.
It is a fun game.
Could you do it? If we give you a word right now, could you work it into a question with every team that joins us today at 4 o'clock for Media Day?
No, it would get repetitive, I think.
Oh, so
yes.
So you don't like repetition? Like repetition?
No, I like to mix it up, buddy. I've got a colorful vocabulary. I'm ready to.
What if you had
show it?
What if you had a
Maybe
word
like cataclysmic
Cataclysmic. I like that.
or Herculean.
Herculean. Yes.
I did
like
finally
that.
go see the Odyssey.
What'd you
how many-
think?
Yeah. How many? Let me see. What were your
It
ratings?
was good. It's not the best of all time, but it was, maybe still top 7.
Did you get bored at all because it's long?
I didn't think I was gonna make it through the first part, but then once we got to I don't know
the
spoilers,
sirens
but
and the cyclops.
the Cyclops and all
I
the
don't think we're
giants
spoiled.
and all
I mean,
that.
if you haven't seen it still, then
Well, you know the story.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm spoiling it by
Everybody
saying
had
there's
to
a
read the
Cyclops.
Odyssey, like Homer's The Odyssey in high school.
My
right?
wife
So-
was like, haven't you read this book? And look, I was in
Yeah.
grammar school many moons ago at this point, and I don't remember reading that book. I'm sure I did. And I was
I
like,
think
you
it was
got to remember,
required.
Royal City. I mean, maybe we didn't have the Odyssey back then, but it's been around forever. And and she's like, everybody reads that, and I'm like, I don't remember reading that book. Do you remember reading that book in high school?
I remember reading Lord of the Flies more vividly.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Lord of the Flies I read, and I still remember quite a bit of it.
Never heard
It's
of
the
it.
one with the cannibalizing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the kids that stranded on an island and they turn against each other. It's kind of like in hierarchy. Like, it's weird.
It's a common high school, Canterbury Tales, certain stuff like that, you know. I've read some good books in high school, and I think Odyssey was one of them. I just didn't have great recollection of it. So
I
when the
remember
movie
it.
came out, I kind of got jogged up to speed a little bit.
There you go. There you go. It's been a fun show. We've been all over the place today. We're going to put a bow on it. Today around the water cooler, some of the topics is Aaron Donald couldn't come back. He was reportedly working out for the Rams yesterday. Everybody's talking college football. Who's the sleeper? Who are the favorites? Who do you have making the playoffs? Who's underranked and going to over-deliver? And, who's underrated? Like all those types of conversations you can find around the water cooler. You do have the Wyndham Championship going on in golf. Davis Thompson is on fire. He's 6 under through his first 12 holes. Matty Schmidt is second at 5 under with Smith and McCarthy. I love to see McCarthy up there. You got your
Virginia guy. Yeah, I like him.
Bo Hosler also in that group, tied for second at 5 under. And then you got a bunch of guys chasing. Zach Blair is on the course right now. We're keeping an eye on him, trying to, get status back full time.
You got Kenny Pickett versus Carson Beck tonight.
Let's go. Yeah. Small hands Pickett, big head back. Let's go.
Yeah, there we go.
Of course, we had thank you to Coach Fitz, SU head coach. Thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Tara. And thank you all for locking us in, loading us up here on the Fan Sports Network. Tara's telling me we're out of time. Have a good one. We'll see you at Media Day today at 4 o'clock from Texas Roadhouse. Tune us in.